Hello students, today we will be continue lesson force and pressure. First point, pressure on solids. Air pressure is exerted on all the objects kept in the air. When a weight is kept on a solid, pressure is exerted on it. This pressure depends on the value of the weight and the contact area between the two. Means the pressure is depend on the value of weight and the contact area. So two point, uh, 2 point is important. First one, the weight and the contact area. So pressure depends on the value of weight and contact area. So student, we will see the first activity. Take a plastic bottle, take a 10 centimeter long piece of glass tube on which a rubber balloon can be fitted. Warm up one end of the glass tube and gently push in the bottle at about 5 centimeter from the bottom. So to avoid water leakage, apply molten wax on the side of the glass tube. So now fill water slowly in the bottle and see how the balloon inflates. The pressure of water acts on the side of the bottle as well. What we observed, the pressure of water acts on the side of the bottle as well. In second activity, take a plastic bottle, pierce it with the thick needle at the points 1, 2, 3 as shown in the figure. Fill water in the bottle up to full height. As shown in the figure, water jets will be seen emerging and projecting out. The water jet emerging from the hole at the top will fall closest to the bottle. So the jet from the lowest hole falls farthest from the bottom. So first point, the jet from the lowest hole falls farthest from the bottle. Also jets coming out from the two holes at the same level fall at the same distance from the bottle. So what is understood from this? So we can understand at any one level the liquid pressure is the same, and also the pressure increases as the depth of the liquid increases. Next point, gas pressure. If a balloon is inflated by filling air by mouth, it inflates in all sides. So if a pinhole is created in the balloon, air leaks out and the balloon does not inflate fully. It is realized that like liquid, gas also exerts pressure on the wall of the container in which it is enclosed. So all gases and liquids have a common name, fluid. So fluid in a container exerts pressure from within one the walls and the bottom of the container. And fluid enclosed in a container exerts its pressure equally in all directions at a point within the fluid. The next point, atmospheric pressure. Air surrounds the earth from all sides. This layer of air is called the atmosphere. So you know that the atmosphere, air surrounds the earth from all sides. This layer is called atmosphere. The atmosphere exists up to 16 kilometer height. It further extends up to 400 kilometer in very dilute form. The pressure created due to air is called atmospheric pressure. So pressure created due to air is called atmospheric pressure. Imagine that a very long hollow cylinder of unit cross sectional area is standing on the surface of the earth, and it contains air. Weight of this air is the force applied in the direction of the center of the earth. So this means that atmospheric pressure is a ratio of this weight divided by the area of the surface. So you can understand the atmospheric pressure is the ratio of this weight divided by the area of the surface. So the air pressure at the sea level is called 1 atmosphere pressure. Air pressure is at the sea level is called 1 atmospheric pressure, and air pressure decreases as one goes up in height from the sea level. So 1 atmosphere is equal to 101 into 10 raised to 3 Pascal is equal to 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 3 millibar. Also 1 millibar approximately 10 raised to 2 Pascal. So atmospheric pressure is specified in the units of millibar or hectopascal. The atmospheric pressure at the point in the air is equal to from all sides. How is the pressure created? If air exists in a closed container, the air molecules in random motion continuously hit the walls of the container. So in this interaction, a force is exerted on the walls of container. Pressure is created due to this force. We constantly bear the atmospheric pressure on our heads. However, the cavities in our body are so filled with air, arteries, and veins are filled with blood. So, therefore, we do not get crushed underwater due to atmospheric pressure as the pressure is balanced. So, the Earth atmospheric pressure decreases with height from the sea level. We see in the figure. Next point, bike and force. Do one activity. Take a plastic bottle and fix the lid tightly. Now place it in water and see what will happen. It will float on water. Try and push into water. Even when pushed, it continues to float. This experiment can also be done with the plastic hollow ball. Next, now we fill the bottle with water to fullest capacity and close the lid. This release in water. The bottle will float inside the water. What happens? The empty plastic bottle floats on the surface of water. On the contrary, the bottle full of water floats inside the water but does not go to the bottom. So you can understand the bottle full of water floats inside the water but does not go to bottom because of gravity. The weight of the empty bottle is negligible as compared with the weight of the water inside. So such bottle with water neither floats on the surface or not go to the bottom because of gravity. This means the force due to gravity acting downwards must have been balanced by opposing force in the upward direction on the bottle filled with the water. So this force must have originated from the water surrounding the bottle. The upward force acting on the object in the water or other fluid or gas is called Bacon force. The upward force acting on the object in the water or the fluid or gas is called Bacon force. The iron nails sinks in water, but why does the massive steel ship float on it? When an object is dipped in a liquid, a Bacon force acts on it, and hence it appears that the weight of the object it is reduced. So you know it becomes easier to swim in a sea water than fresh water. मतलब you know that we can swim easy in sea water compared to fresh water. This is because the density of seawater is higher than the density of fresh water due to salt dissolved in seawater. So what is understood from this example? So Bacon force depends on the two factors. First one, volume of the object, and second one, density of a liquid. So first one, volume of object. The Bacon force is more if the volume of the dipping object is more. And then density of liquid, more the density of liquid, more the force of Bacon. Next point, Archimedes principle. You know the Archimedes scientist. What is the principle of Archimedes? The first one we see the activity. Take a long rubber band and cut it at one point, and one of its ends tie a clean washed stone or 50-gram weight as shown in the figure. So now hold the other end of the rubber band and make a mark here. Keep the stone hanging in air and measure the length of the rubber band from the stone to the mark mode earlier. Now take water in a pot and hold the rubber band at such height that the stone sinks in it. Again measure the length of the rubber band up to the mark. So what is observed? This length is shorter than the earlier length. Means we will observe the length in this length is shorter than earlier length. While dipping the stone in water, length of the stretched rubber gets slowly reduced and is minimum when it is sinks completely. So what could be the reason for a shorter length of the rubber band in water? When the stone is sunk in water, a Bacon force acts on it upward direction. The weight of the stone acts downwards. Therefore, the force which acts on it downward direction is effectively reduced. So, how much is the magnitude of the Bacon force? Is it is the same for all liquids? Is the Bacon force of equal magnitude for all objects? The answer to this question are embedded in Archimedes principle. This principle is when an object is partially or fully immersed in a flood, a force of vacancy acts on it in the upward direction. This force is equal to the weight of the flood displaced by the object. This is the Archimedes principle. Introduction to the scientist Archimedes. Archimedes was a Greek scientist and mathematician with sharp intelligence. He found out the value of by numerical calculation. His knowledge of levers, pulleys, wheels in physics was useful to the Greek army in fighting against the Roman army. And he became the famous due to his work in geometry mechanism. When he entered a bathtub for taking bath, he discovered the above principle by observing the overflowing water. Then density of a substance and relative density. Density is equal to mass upon volume. The SI unit of density is a kilogram meter cube. This property density is very useful in deciding the purity of a substance, and also relative density is equal to density of substance upon density of water.